I never thought that EDC would change the way that I see life. It sounds ridiculous, right? Like, how can a knife or pen or flashlight shift your mindset? But the deeper that I got into this EDC world, the less it became about the gear and more about the intention behind it. The stories, the values, the way that these items have helped me live life more deliberately. This video isn't a gear review. It's the story about how a handful of everyday objects taught me to move through life with purpose. So let's talk about it. I've always been someone who loves to feel prepared. I remember obsessing over school supplies when I was younger, trying to optimize what I carried to class. I'd overanalyze what backpack to get. What started off small eventually grew into a full-blown passion. It sounds small, but in hindsight, that was my first taste of EDC, even if I didn't know the term yet. It was about control, comfort, and confidence. The idea that what you carry helps you. That seed grew over time. And when I was about the age of 16, I started working my second job at Walmart. Long shifts, unpredictable tasks, and a lot of moments where I realized that I needed something that I didn't have on me. It made me think more practically about what I carried on me. At the same time, I was diving deeper on YouTube. It started off with what's in my bag videos, and then tech videos, and then I stumbled onto Taylor Martin's Best Damn EDC. And that changed everything. Watching pocket dumps, loadouts, gear breakdowns, it was like discovering a hidden world. And the more that I watched, the more that I realized that these aren't just people showing off their tools. They're building systems for living. Small, thoughtful systems made of knives, pens, lights, and wallets. And for me, that's when it clicked. EDC wasn't just about objects, it was also about readiness. Being equipped for life's small, unpredictable moments. Now, at first, I didn't see it happening, but over time, EDC changed the way I viewed my stuff. Listen, we live in a world where everything is commodified. You can scroll, click, and have something shipped to your door the next day. And I was definitely guilty of impulse buys, but EDC slowed me down. Everyday carry wasn't about buying, it was about choosing. Choosing gear that stays with you, that earns a place in your pocket, that has a purpose. It made me think more critically about what I carried and why. And in a world filled with noise and excess, that kind of clarity felt rare. Carrying fewer but better things gave me a sense of calm. And it sounds weird, but there's peace in knowing that what you carry matters. And it even made me more intentional with my money too. Like, instead of buying items for that quick dopamine hit, I started buying items with meaning, for utility, for longevity. EDC redefined the way that I thought about materialism, because it turns out that the answer wasn't to own nothing, it was to own well. To own mindfully. So here's what everyday carry really taught me. Intentionality. It made me question everything that I carried. It made me ask, will this serve me? Is the design thoughtful? Will it last? Does it actually solve a problem? When you start asking those questions, your buying habits change, your values shift. You don't just accumulate gear, you curate it. Everyday carry taught me to buy better and to buy less. And while I absolutely love my collection, I would rather have one item that I love than 5 that sit in a drawer. It also taught me to be more prepared and self-reliant, not in the prepper sense, but in the real life moments. A loose screw, a stubborn package, a flicker of inspiration that I need to write down before it's gone. Before everyday carry, I'd borrow or wait or just shrug. Now I handle it myself. And that shift in mindset, it adds up. It bleeds into other areas of your life. You start to trust yourself more. And maybe most surprisingly, everyday carry revealed to me my identity. That I'm someone who values quality, simplicity, quiet utility. Someone who notices the details and chooses carefully. And let's go ahead and be completely honest here. I still absolutely love the gear. There's something so satisfying about a well-designed object. The way a knife flips open, the texture of a good pen, the click of a flashlight, and the deep patina of a leather wallet. But what's changed is why I love it. I don't care about what's trending anymore. I care more about what resonates, what fits into my rhythm, and what I'll actually use. I'm not collecting for the shelf, I'm choosing for the pocket. Like my knife, it's not flashy, but it's reliable. It's opened 1,000 packages and it's saved my day more times than I can count. Or the pen that I carry. It's carrying me through long shifts, quiet journaling nights, and moments of anxiety where writing has helped me reset. Or the flashlight that I forget that I'm carrying until it suddenly becomes the most valuable thing that I have. These aren't just tools, they're reminders of who I want to be, of how I want to show up in the world. Prepared, present, and intentional. Everyday carry taught me something that I never would have expected, that the things that we carry are reflections of us. They're small mirrors showing our priorities, our pace, and our preparedness. We live in a world that tells us to upgrade constantly, to buy fast and discard faster. But EDC says, wait, choose with care and carry with purpose. And yeah, maybe it's just a flashlight, maybe it's just a wallet, but what if it's more? What if it's a small daily ritual? A choice that says, I'm paying attention. A quiet commitment to being ready, being present, and living deliberately. So yeah, I thought that EDC was just gear, but it turned out to be a lot more than that. It taught me to slow down, to choose with intention, to carry things that reflect the kind of life that I want to live. Not because they're expensive, not because they're trendy, but because they serve me in quiet, everyday ways. And that's what it all comes down to. What you carry says something about how you live. So ask yourself, what do your tools say about you? So thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you at all, or if you have a similar experience to me, then feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you want more real, honest, everyday carry content that explores the why behind what we carry, then feel free to like and subscribe. But that has been all. I have been Jeffrey, and remember, whatever you carry, carry it well. I'll talk at you later.